When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. We're glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Young. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Notre Dame's offense will come out first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, where basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air, because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Washington. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Love. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He's going for the big play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
Great place to start for this offense. Back to throw. It's Green. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Under fire. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! put up their first touchdown of the game, and whoop-pig.
Whoop-pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts. Big swing!
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And the pass was broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hatcher. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, this defense is used to seeing this fullback just slam up on in there trying to block people. Now you release him out of the backfield to see if you can catch the defense off guard.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
I get it. It wasn't going to be a positive play. You weren't going to get a lot of yards, but I'd love to see you stick it up in there and hit somebody and finish the play with some physicality and at least pick up 1 or 2.
As long as you don't lose the football. It's already a bad play. Just don't make things worse.
Coach Rick used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Handoff to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Washington. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light as soon as he got the snap.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the single.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Here come the Irish back on offense. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win. Fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He's out of bounds at the 34. Good enough for a first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Notre Dame will get things started with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane. He found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big time.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The lone back's got it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more beef.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
Sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Looking to throw, it's Green. Pocket breaking down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Makes the grab. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Some tough running there to create a little space and get it out to the 10.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but you got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Quick pass on the jet motion. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The RPO is complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got his man across the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. From the gun, the ground game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The run from the shotgun. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Slides away. Got his man. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here's a heat. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to pass. It's Green. Makes the catch. It's Hill. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
They'll open the second half with a run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, it's Green. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Zings it complete to the right. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On second and goal, he gets another chance. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Lining up for the PAT.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Green. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Razorbacks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. Also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy. So he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Iowa City today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. On the ground, it's Bob. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Second down as we open the final stanza. Trying play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Look out, he's got room. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
That's a risky play call there, fourth and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll go to the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! They They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Green. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
He'll do it himself. Slithers into space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish back on offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football, and right now offensively they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, you're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He's taking a deep shot. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now, thanks to that gamble and failure, a chance to tack a little extra onto the lead late. A 1st down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Green. Lets it go to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA